All right, welcome to Anyone Can Catch Week 2. Okay, so today we're doing something a little bit, in addition, we're adding awards. So James will be giving out the awards in real time. Today it's an experiment, we're gonna see how it goes. And so let's get started. Okay, so first let's look at what the week 2 combination was. It is any roll. So here we have William Ho demonstrating for us. Thank you. One more time. Okay, let's get right into it. Okay, first we have Yannick from Poland.
All right, straightforward roll. Got to work a little bit on that right arm, but I like the high spin delivery and promising start, Yannick. Good to see you here.
Yeah, thank you for your submission. Have you ever met Yannick before?
I probably can't. I can't see him well enough on the video, but it's definitely possible.
Cool. Okay, next we have Marta from Poland.
Okay, I like it a lot. I like the expressions at the end. I think, you came up with a couple word names. I'm going to give the roller coaster award to this one. And there's two versions of the roller coaster award. There's the roller coaster award for the wildest roll. I think this is the craziest, most insane, unusual roll you've seen with ups and downs. There's also the roller coaster roll of I don't know how you got it from one hand to the other, but we made it. I like the facial expression, and Marta. I'm a fan of Marta.
Nice, good work, Marta. Hopefully see you next week. Next we have Dominic from Poland. Play.
Well done. There's definitely a little bit of a theme here in Poland. We do need to work on our second arms, but I like everyone's efforts, and the first part of the roll looks super strong, and it's just a matter of cleaning up that second half.
I also think this is the most upright I've ever seen someone roll before and have it stay on track.
Yeah, in some ways, I think that's a good thing. I think sometimes people can be off in a variety of ways on the roll, but being able to do it upright is fairly useful, and then it's a matter of being able to adjust your body angle depending on the wind.
Cool. Thank you for your submission, Dominic. Next, we have Vivian from the US.
Vivian's back. That's so cool. Was this the same day as the last time?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow. That was really close to almost perfect, which is a weird thing to say. But the first half was really good, and she actually initiated the second half of her arm really well. She just lost it on the last 20% or so. It just kind of fell, but it was really almost a fully perfect full contact roll. So I might give this the best newcomer award. I don't know if we had a more creative punny name, but for now, I think Vivian gets the newcomer award.
Nice.
Strong showing.
Yep. Thanks for your submission. Next, we have Andy from the US.
How did they record like 13 weeks? Yeah. This is crazy.
Well, we have to wait and see.
Awesome. Really good. I think he had the roll all the way across. I think it hit in every quadrant at some point. I think his next step, this was not meant to be a learning anyone can catch series, that it's becoming that way. His next step is keeping the arms in the ideal position the entire time rather than making so many mini adjustments. But that is a really far along roll, and getting any contact on the second arm is such a win. So great job, Andy. Happy to see you out here.
Awesome. Thank you for your submission. Next, we have Margaret.
Let's go. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, I was there when this was filmed, and I was going to give her the Spin and Grin award just off assumption, but I can't give it to her. It wasn't nearly the smile she had last time, because I think she was so confident in how well she did it. She didn't even need excitement. That was a great roll. That had amazing contact. There was maybe 1 5% section of the second arm that wasn't perfect, but that many a pro would be very satisfied with that
Yeah,
role.
it was a great
Am
role.
I being too generous to my wife here?
No.
Okay, Mags, well done, excellent.
Awesome. Hope to see you next week. Okay, now we have Mr. Heck, who is Margaret's father.
This is my father, my beloved father-in-law. He did submit a video last week, but it was a little late. I tried to sneak it in here, but Ryan wouldn't let me. But let's see his role. Look at that. In a lot of ways, it had this similar stickiness as Margaret's. Like he really did get it almost full contact the whole way with maybe a couple chunks missing. I think I like his strategy of starting low and going high. If you've ever seen my tutorial, I think if you're becoming like an elite freestyler, you have to get really good at going from low to high. But I think when you're starting out, high to low can sort of solve some of the problems. This is getting in a word I'm making up on the spot. I'm calling this the Dalai Lama Award for the best person I know. And it really has almost nothing to do with frisbee, but I love my father-in-law. I think it's so cool that he's doing this. He called us after the last Anyone Can Catch, gave us a lot of good suggestions, including adding awards to give out. So thank you, Bomb, as I call him, very, very much. And awesome role, and congratulations on being the first Dalai Lama Award recipient.
Also, I think Margaret gets the roll call award for being the first person to bring someone else, like from outside the community.
That's, I already forgot. Like, this is something you, yeah. So I think it's the Spread the Jam award, though,
okay.
Really. So Mags gets the Spread the Jam award for bringing in Bomb here. And I don't know, like, in addition to the Dalai Lama award, he also could co-share the Best Newcomer award here easily.
Awesome. Hope to see you next week. Next, we have Andre from Germany.
Excellent role. Definitely gets some kind of opening facial expression award. Also a great disc award. That's the perfect disc to showcase a role. I think that's a Munich disc, but not surprising to see great roles from Andre. I know a lot of the freestylers in Munich have amazing roles. Very hard to give out these awards in real time. I might give him, show me one more time. I'm going to give him, it's a close call. There might be better roles than mine, but I haven't seen any other roles. I'm going to give him the AFO Logo Award for Best Arm Positioning. So back in 2014, 11 years ago, the only one who will watch this that knows what I'm talking about is probably you, Ryan. We had a logo for the tournament that was the ideal symmetrical roll position, and it was really great to see Andre have that symmetrical position where, we just talked about going from high to low or low to high. That's sort of the ultimate in a lot of ways. It starts high, goes low, goes back up high. That's perfect symmetry.
Awesome. Hope to see you next week, Andre. Next, we have Daniel from Colombia.
Wow. Okay, that was really smooth. I'm going to give that the Pablo Claudio World Record-Setting Roll Form Award for the best roll that could be used to do 150 rolls in a row. I'm not even sure what else to say about that, but it's almost a different roll technique that is really well suited for doing lots of close consecutive rolls. It's just a unique style that I haven't seen a new player do in a long time, so cool to see it here.
Cool. Thanks for your submission. Hope to see you next week. Now we have Patrick from Poland.
Love it. Even before seeing the video, I already immediately knew the made-up award I was going to give Patrick, which is the Tenacious D Award for the hardest working person in freestyle right now. Every time I go to Europe, he seems to be at the tournament, and he's always off in the corner just drilling some new skill or new ability. And not surprisingly, he comes in here with a back roll, not just a front roll. So already getting into those advanced rolls, and really cool to see.
Thanks, Patrick, for your submission. Hope to see you next week. Next, we have Maur from Colombia.
Ooh. I love it. This gets the immediate made-up BSAA award for the both spins roll. She goes one way, then the other way, and I like that she did the other way right off the other hand. She didn't reset it. She kind of just shot it back, which is a lot harder than it seems. And it was also a very sticky roll on both sides, so super impressive.
Awesome. Thanks for your submission. Hope to see you next week. Next, we have Ray from the US.
That's a sticky roll. Ray gets the Jake Gothier / Dorman Super Volcano Award, which is a combo award that I also obviously just made up. And it's to the person I think whose rolls have the most potential of anyone I know. When Ray rolls it, I see the framework of an incredible roll. Now, that roll had a little bit of asymmetry. I've seen him do it a little bit more symmetrical, but I don't know if symmetry is even his goal, because that's the setup to do a really nice crosswind roll set, which gets to the Jake Gothier component of this. I see Ray doing a roll in a way that's going to lead to a beautiful crosswind roll set to catches. It's got the kind of, if it's clocked, the left to high right maneuver, and he starts so high because he's so tall that it's just going to be floating really nicely, and it sticks so well. It's got unlimited potential, and I'll stop blathering.
Okay. Wait, did you notice that Ray throws it lefty and then rolls it clock?
Show me again. Whoa, that is some wild, weird. That's like when Ray orders the lamb at the steakhouse. That's the rayest Ray thing I've ever seen. Kudos, Ray.
Cool. Hope to see you next week, Ray. Now we have Simon from Germany.
Wow. I'm trying to think of an award to make up on the spot. That's sort of like the Dave Murphy ground game award for the only roll we've seen on the ground.
Yep.
I thought he was always going to do a bunch of combos the way he goes into it. He's also using, it looks like, that same Munich disc Andre looked, but doing it on the ground is definitely a lot harder because you have to engage your core really strongly, and you don't have the same kind of flexibility. So I really like that creativity. Also looks like an amazing jam space. I'm just thinking about giving it the Jam Space Award, but that's, I don't know. That's the Sheet Meadow Award, so I want to jam there.
Nice. All right. Thank you, Simon. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Next, we have me.
This is the Toddy Brodeur Award for the best 50-50 variation. That's one of my favorite rolls, the 50-50 roll. You don't see it too often anymore. And you also added the little self hoop there, which I always like to do. So excellent work, Ryan.
Next, we have...
Oh boy, just let me take a deep breath. Okay.
From Italy.
Wow. Wow. Oh, he misses the scarecrow. I think he was saying there, like, don't use that cut. But Chesco probably sent it in anyways. What do you call that move?
I was just going to ask you. I think I've called it Skid Road in the past.
This is such a random aside, and I'm sorry to tell, but I remember one time Zanardi asked me to make a tutorial of that move for some friend of his. And so I did it the smart way, which is I waited till I hit one, started my tutorial, but then 10 minutes into the tutorial, I had to do another one. And I was like, oh, I better hit it. And I hit it, cut the video, and I acted like I was really good at that roll, but I am not good at that roll. That roll's so hard. There's one award I wanted to give it, but I'm going to save that award. I mean, that's a Randy Sylvie classic. Oh, I don't know. There's an award that it deserves. I just can't come up with a clever name for it yet. But it's something about you. It's the MacGyver rule for using everything you wouldn't normally use to do a roll. I got to work on the mechanics of that one, but it's something like that. Because you use nothing that you would normally use to do a real chess roll.
That's true. It's all the unused.
Yes.
The scrap parts.
Yeah, he found the scrap parts and put together a skid row.
Nice. All right.
I already know the award for the next one. I don't even need to watch it.
Thanks, Ricky. Hope to see you next week. Next, we have Beno from Germany.
Oh my gosh. Oh, the roll into the hit by the bus roll. So I did not know Beno was doing a video for this. I don't think he did one last week. And I did not, this is one of the few awards I wrote down as an award to give out. And I was planning on giving it to whoever deserves it, but there's no one who deserves it more than Beno. This is the Lester Hayes Stickum Award for the gluiest rolls, because Beno has such incredible contact on all his rolls. And I love that not only did he do a beautiful high-level stickum chest roll, he went straight into the hit by the bus roll, which is such a cool roll, and used that as a set into the catch. Yeah. That's top tier.
Awesome. Thanks, Beno. Hope to see you next week. Next, we have Spencer from the US.
Wait, I totally blacked out there. Do it again.
I have to watch this like 5 more times.
Yes, this roll has a name. Teddy, I did this a couple times, and Teddy called it the 25-25 roll.
25-25?
Yes, so instead of the 50-50 roll, where it goes up your whole arm and maybe around your head and goes back down, this one just goes up and back down. It's also almost like a Hikari roll. I'm trying to think of what, this definitely warrants an award, and also incredible stickiness on that, despite the fact that he's in a wet-looking area wearing a sweatshirt. Not sure how he did that, but let's give him the Flow Master Award for his 2025 roll in the middle of a river while wearing, nice, black ninja sweatsuit.
I'm also wondering, Spencer has 2 hands together. Is it in the groove?
Whoa! Show me again. Oh my gosh, you're right. He needed to wear multicolored sleeves. So that's like the 25-25 gutter roll.
Yeah, it goes up on 2 and down on 1.
I've never seen that. He's also getting the Discovery Award, which Ryan got from ChatGPT, I guess. I've never seen something like that. It's not even a Hank Aaron. I mean, that's a totally new concept that needs exploring. Yeah. Well, he's doing the most creative stuff. That's amazing.
Thank you, Spencer. Hope to see you next week.
Oh, poor Timic. What is he going to do?
So next we have Timic from Poland.
Whoa. So clearly Timic got the memo. I'm not even sure I'm happy about it. Because last week, he just followed the instructions and did exactly as he was asked to do. But this week, he's not just doing a basic chest roll. He's doing the kind of back roll. Well, I guess it's, the back roll into the leg roll kick. I'm going to give that the egg roll award for a funny roll type variation, even though it's not an egg roll, which is also another name for the Hank Aaron roll or the whatever else you call it. That's super cool. Also, really hard to do that indoors and to be able to get it back to yourself.
Exactly.
Super cool.
Cool. Thanks, Timic. I think Timic also gets the Spread the Jam award.
Oh, yeah.
Like 5 videos. That's awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
Cool. Next, we have Chesco from Italy.
I'm also scared about this one. Me and him had the same idea. Me and him had the same idea. I had an idea for an award that I was going to give him, but I'm going to save it for next week. He doesn't get it this week. I'm going to give him the James's Choice Award because he did my choice for my role. So it's not, normally the James's Choice would be my personal pick, but this time you took my choice. So therefore you're the James's Choice
Award.
Makes sense. Okay.
Thanks, Chesco. Hope to see you next week. Next we have Katie from the US.
Wow. Classic Katie, one of our signature roles. This ceiling height in this room is unbelievably low. I cannot believe you just did that leg roll to yourself with what looks like an unregulated ceiling height. Like, there is nowhere in the United States where that height of ceiling is legal, and yet you still pulled off that. I mean, Katie's got some of the smoothest rolls. I might give her the Buttered Roll Award, which I think was a well, I can't remember, what's the beach tournament in San Diego called that I'm
Beach Stylers.
Beach Stylers, totally blocked out there. I've been there many times. That's the Butter Roll Award, a close cousin to the Lester Hayes Stickum Award.
That was like so much contact.
Awesome.
Yep. Thank you, Katie. And then now we have yours.
Yes, Chesco, we have the same idea. but I kept going. Oh, this one, that took me too long to get into that.
I don't know. Like, since it's you, I need to be a little bit critical. Like, what's up with those pauses? Like,
there was only the one pause at the end, probably because I was defeating. The backstory is that I had a really cool roll that we did get on film, but I didn't like the rest of the combo, and I could tell you were getting annoyed with me. So we had to do an easier one. I think here, the part where I paused, I was thinking, like, ooh, should I go for one more crazy thing? But then I was like, no, Ryan's going to get annoyed, so I just finished it up.
also, why couldn't you go into the kerfuffle straight off the back, the against roll?
I probably,
You
yeah.
had to, what is this?
You were sitting there looking angry at me. So like, I better do something faster.
Okay.
I did plenty.
Okay, fine. Okay, last we have Will.
Oh boy. Looks like Gary Auerbach award. I don't even know what he does. Wow. Yeah. That's the Gary Auerbach award for halfway there. Because he needs to have 2 more discs to do what Gary Auerbach did. And the hardest battle move I've ever seen, where Gary took 2 discs in each hand, rolled them across his body so that the 2 discs just sort of crisscrossed and caught him in both hands. So Will's halfway there. But I like that one a lot from Will because it's both very true to the task, to the instructions. It's not over the top, but it was also still very creative and cool.
Awesome.
But otherwise, Will needs no more awards in life because he should be giving us awards now. Like, we're the newcomers.
Someday. All right, that's it for week 2. Here is the combo for week 3. It is 2 brushes followed by BTB.
Isn't that like easier than the roll?
Well, I think this one's harder to get one time.
Okay.
I think the roll is easier to get if you don't need to.
I already know exactly what my combo is going to be.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. And yep, submissions are due next Monday at midnight.
I'm gonna guess there's a 70% chance Will and I do the exact same thing.
Okay.
For
is
our
it going to be BTB?
No. I'm like no hints.
Oh no.
No hints. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.